Hey everybody, I hope y'all are all doing fantastically well. If y'all are new to this channel, we explore and ask questions of the Bible in a respectful way. We think that there are possible nuggets that we can get from every religious text, including the Bible, and we just do deep dives line by line, asking questions to try to figure it out on our own spiritual journey. So if that appeals to you, and you're not offended by asking questions of religious texts, then you're in the right spot. And we are in Matthew chapter 7, where previously Jesus was stating not to worry about anything. Don't worry about your food, your clothes, how you're going to get anything to drink, those sorts of things, and don't be anxious about tomorrow. Not being anxious about tomorrow is probably a pretty good thing. But as we continue, and I was really overly joyed by this section of Matthew chapter 7 in verse 1 because I was able to pick out some nuggets for myself in this that I thought were great. So I hope you do too. Jesus says, "Judge not that you may not be judged." And that is a really difficult proposition for a lot of people. And it takes a lot of self examination and being self aware to not do that. But at the same time, I, I wish there was a little small statement of some kind or a big statement that there's a fine line between judgment and assessment. And we talk about those nuances versus judgment and assessment and the various tools that the universe, God, has given us to examine who and what we are and those tools that we can use in our everyday lives and our other channel, Mystics of Texas and mysticsoftexas.com. So if you find that the other topics of self-exploration meaningful and important, then check that out. But he continues on in Matthew chapter 7, verse 2, "In what measure you measure shall be measured against you." And to me, that just was just definite Eastern religious thought and practice. You know, that is part of that Eastern culture, which made me really consider for a moment if those belief systems in India were true, that during those lost years of Jesus, he, as their tradition states, that Jesus was there in India practicing forms of Eastern philosophy, because that just screams of karma. You know, whatever you are doing and judging to others, you get it back to you. I thought it was interesting and wonderful because I think that is true. It happens more often than not. And in chapter 7, verses 3, it says, "Why are you bothered by what's in your brother's eye and not considering what is in your own?" I think that is great too in the art of self-exploration because, you know, wow, how often do we catch ourselves placing judgment or measuring other people and we don't consider our own thoughts, our own actions, our own things that if we were to step back and look at ourselves and go, "Oh wow, oh, I was just doing the thing that I don't like in other people." You know, I just think it's a wonderful, wonderful chapter. And in chapter 7, verse 4, I think Jesus is awesome here because he's asking, "How do you say to your brother, cast out the mote from your eye, put the beam in your own eye? You know, you have the same beam in your own eye." So he's basically saying, how can you judge or tell somebody to do something that you yourself are responsible for doing? And I believe that is a wonderful way to live if you can practice the art of not judging others, but assessing them, because you have to assess people to know if there's a danger, to know, you know, if there's some kind of threat, to know if you can help somebody or if you're being used. You know, all of these different things are an assessment, not necessarily a positive or negative judgment. They just are what they are. So anyway, I thought that was great. There were some wonderful nuggets that I was very pleased to read because I have been a little frustrated in some of the previous videos with some of the some of the questions that I asked. So thanks for joining us, and go check us out on our other channel, The Mystics of Texas, and also mysticsofTexas.com. And if you're in the local area and you like doing these type things and you like what you find in the Mystics of Texas, then man, come see us. I sure would like to meet you. We have a wonderful group, and we get together every Sunday at 1:15, and you can check out the details there at Mystics of Texas. Thanks. We'll see you next time.